Hey guys, it's Melody Reynolds. I am coming to you today. I'm going to show you how to make a drink to help you, hopefully, to lose some weight and get some goodness in you to help lower your blood pressure. There's all kinds of benefits to it. So it is called Good Girl Moonshine. No, there's no alcohol involved, but it's mighty tasty. So let me introduce myself and let you know what's going on. I am Melody Reynolds. Hey, oh good, thank you, I'm so glad. I'm Melody Reynolds. I am a lifestyle coach and strategist, and I love to just come on and teach you ways to simplify your life. And hey Megan, yeah, you'll love this. To teach you how to simplify your life and, get back to the basics of just taking care of your health, your faith, and your family. So I teach things here that will, help you set up systems in your life to keep things running smoothly. I also share a lot of health stuff. I'm with Young Living Essential Oils. I'm a distributor with them. Been with the company for a really long time. Love them. Love all their products. But I also share other health tips. So things I learn along the way that will help you because I just I'm on this journey to be healthy, and I have been for a while. And let me give you just a little bit of a background. I turned 40 this year, just in April actually, but about 6 months before that, I started perimenopause. And so my body just started putting on weight, even though I was eating right, even though I was eating right, even though I was getting my exercise in, doing all the things that you're supposed to do, weight just kept creeping up on my body. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to rethink what I'm doing here. I need to get a new strategy. Hey, Patty, something new needs to happen in my life. So I had someone, a good friend of mine, remind me that of a group of I don't want to call it a diet, of an eating plan. Wait till you turn 50. Oh, I'm just trying to deal with 40 right now. Everything slows down the older you get, so we got to figure out how to rev things up, right? So hopefully by the time I get to 50, I've got this figured out, and I'll just go, I just need to do that to rev up my metabolism. So, and by the way, I'm dual broadcasting. I'm looking at comments on both Periscope and Facebook. I'm kind of today because this way of eating has also helped me with energy. And for some reason, it just seems, well, there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of science behind it. So let me tell you what it is, and then I'm going to show you how to make this drink that can help you if you've got a soda addiction and you've been struggling with like me, I'm from the South, I love sweet tea. Love sweet tea. Especially McDonald's sweet tea. I ain't gonna lie. So that habit had to go, right? That's got to go. It's not good for me, and it was okay when I wasn't gaining weight and I drank one here or there, but then it started to pile up on my body. So it was like, okay, well, if it's got to go, then it's just going to have to go. So what I have started doing, I've been on this plan. It's not a diet. It's a way of eating where basically you're cutting out, you're going to cut out sugar, all processed sugar. You're going to cut out flour. You're going to cut out potatoes, and you're going to separate your carbs from your fats. So you have protein at every meal, but you'll have a protein and fats, or you'll have a protein and carbs. You never mix the two. Now, I know that's hard because the way our diet is, the American diet is, we like to have like spaghetti and garlic bread, right? So you're having fats and carbs all together. Well, that is what can cause you to slow your metabolism down, raise your blood sugar level, and not be able to lose weight and feel like crap. Because that's how I felt for the past 6 months. I have felt so bad. And honestly, this past week, I think it's a combination of doing this plan that I'm going to show you and using my Young Living products, which you can see past videos where I showed you I incorporated a really good multivitamin from Young Living. I incorporated Thyromin. That's really been helping me. And I've got stuff right here on the table. And, of course, using their Ninja Nitro. So there's lots of things that I've been using of theirs. Their Super B has really helped me. And then this just kicked it up a notch. So I'm going to show you the books because this is how you start with the plan. And I'll leave a link to the book in the comments as well, so you can go straight through and buy it if you want to. I highly suggest. Thanks, Jess, for sharing. Sweet tea for me, Robin girl. I hear you, especially if you're from the South. Like, you just have sweet tea all the time, right? There is none in my house right now, and it feels kind of weird, but I'm going to show you what I've been drinking instead. So this is called Trim Healthy Mama. I know it's backwards on Facebook, but this is Trim Healthy Mama. This is the book that explains the plan, okay? Yes, Cheryl, there's a couple, but this is my favorite. So, and I'll be showing you some of these as we go, because y'all know I share my life over here. So if there's something helping me, I'm going to share it with you because I want it to help you and bless you. I'm called to do that. So that's what I do, because I'm not scared to tell you, like, I tried this and it sucked, or I tried this and it was fantastic. Yeah, my good friend Jess, who's over on Facebook, has actually lost over 20 pounds in, 3 weeks doing this? I've been on it for a week. I have not lost anything yet, but my energy has increased, and my husband has lost 7 pounds because he is doing this with me. You know, men always lose faster than women. But this is called Trim Healthy Mama. This is the book that explains the plan, okay? And then they have a cookbook, and it's not a small cookbook. Do you see this? This cookbook here gives you lots of ideas for recipes. You don't have to have the cookbook. You can find lots of their stuff on Pinterest. You can also just start by separating your carbs and your fats to begin with. If you start looking at your meals and going, well, you know, I can't have a carb and a fat together, automatically right there, you're going to start changing the way you're eating, and you're going to start seeing some of this. Hopefully, I will start seeing some melt off. I sure know that I feel better. But you're cutting out white potatoes because they spike your blood sugar. You're cutting out sugar, but they do have a sweetener. They suggest stevia, and a really good quality stevia. So it's not like you're not going to listen, I've tried lots of different things, and I was usually very hungry the whole time I was on the diet. I can't stand being hungry. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not a girl that can starve myself. I can't do it. So this you get to eat. Like tonight I'll have leftovers from last night. We had spaghetti and meatballs, but we had spaghetti squash for the noodles part, and we had Dale potato. Oh yeah. Well, this you have sweet potatoes, no white potatoes, nothing like that. Which honestly I haven't missed them yet, so we'll see. I do miss French fries, but it's okay. But you're not hungry on. In fact, you are supposed to eat every 3 to 4 hours. And they tell you how to put your meals together. And then you've got lots of, like, if you're like me and I have a sweet tooth, I just had chocolate cake, you know, and it's got zucchini in it. It's got sweetener in it. So they have, you know, different kinds of flours they use other than just the plain old white flour that we use that makes us fat. Let's just be real. So these are 2 resources for you, and I'll be talking about them more here on the page. But one of my difficulties was my sweet tea, like I said. I know people struggle with sodas, like you like Cokes, Pepsis, Mountain Dew. I used to be a big Mountain Dew girl when I was young, when I was a teenager, and I could. Let's just be honest. I could eat whatever, and I never, ever gained a pound. In fact, I was too thin. So, oh, how time changes as you get older. But these are great resources for you. But if you just want to start something today that's going to change your health, cut out your sodas. Cut out your sweet tea. Let me show you what to drink instead. This is called Good Girl Moonshine, okay? Now, their version is a little different than mine, and I'll tell you the differences and why I do them a little more differently. But here is what I make it in. I usually make it in a ball jar, a mason jar. I do like to keep it, though, now that I've figured out that it'll melt pretty quickly because I put ice in it. I keep it in this huge Yeti that I stole from my husband, okay? And I always have it with me. You can drink it all day. I drink 2 of these large ones a day, okay? Now, you're also going to be putting some apple cider vinegar in there. And this stuff, apple cider vinegar, hey Donna, is great for your health. It helps to lower your blood sugar levels. It can help with acne. It helps with digestion. It can aid in weight loss. Like if you Google apple cider vinegar, the benefits to it are amazing. And if you're like me, people are like, oh, take a shot of it in the morning. Just down a shot and drink a glass of water. That's not for me. I can't down this stuff. It's disgusting by itself. But I get the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and at the bottom, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, there is like a weird gunky floaty thingy. It's actually the mother. you want to get one that has the mother floating in it, okay? Because that's where all the good stuff, the benefits are, okay? So mine is probably floating around in there because I always kind of turn it before I start the drink, okay? Then you just need some ginger, fireside. I've never tried that. Use Bragg's. Cool, I'll have to look that up. You want to use ginger? You can take ginger, the actual root, and blend it in a blender with water. Or this is what I have on hand, ginger powder. Either one is fine. Ginger is great for the digestion. So, for your digestive system, it's phenomenal. So, I'll show you. Hang on, Donna. I'll show you. I'm getting to it. Now, that is the two main ingredients. Oh, I didn't bring my stevia in here. You also want to have stevia. And you can sweeten it to however sweet you like it, okay? But with stevia, you just need very, very little. I have a measuring spoon. It is 1/32 of a teaspoon. Isn't that crazy? It's tiny. I use 2 of those. So if you want it sweeter, you can always add more. If you want it more sour, then don't put as much in there. Ginger can thin your blood, so yeah, I'm not on any meds for that. So it is great to have for that. And then my little thing that I add to it is I get the berry tea, the Celestial Seasonings fruit tea sampler. They have a wide variety, okay, of all kinds of teas that you can try. I like the berry teas with this, specifically the raspberry or the wild herbal tea. Any of that I really, really like. This just gives it more of a juice flavor. This is not in the book. This is something I added to it to make it so that I could drink it and not, it just gives it a little burst of flavor for me, okay? So I gotta have a little, so I'm still having tea, but this has no added sugar. There's nothing bad in here for you, okay? And these are like $2.50 for 18 tea bags, and I use 2 tea bags. So I'm going to show you what I do. I do it the easy way. I heat up a cup of water in this little measuring cup in my microwave. Super simple. My tea bags are already in here. I put them in and I let them steep for about 15 minutes. This is the wild herbal, let's see, what is this? Wild berry zinger. That's what this is. So it's a mix of different kinds of berries. So far, I really like the raspberry the best. So, Ella, ginger is really good for your digestive system. So what I'm going to do, and I couldn't get in a good spot where everybody could see everything and I had good lighting. I'm going to squeeze out the tea bags just to make sure that I'm trying to look around to see where I'm going to put these tea bags. I'm going to squeeze out the tea bags to make sure I get all the goodness out of there, and just very gently, like I'm not going to make this you don't want to squeeze out the stuff from the tea bag. So just real gently squeeze it out, which is what I'm doing, and you can't see me, but that's okay. Pretend like you can, because I could not get a good setup today where you could actually see my hands and my face at the same time. Okay, so I just squeezed them out. And I like for it to have kind of a dark color like that, okay? That's the first thing I'm going to put in my mason jar. So I'm going to pour that in. That already smells really, really good. Then, okay, if you're going to drink 2 of these in a day, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Because I'm going to drink 2 of these a day, I'm only going to put 1 tablespoon in each one for me. I have found if I take more than 2 tablespoons in a day, I'm on the toilet all day the next day. Let's just be real. It really runs through me, which is good because I want to keep things moving and cleared out, but I also, don't want to be sitting all day in the bathroom. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon. If you haven't used this before, start with 1 tablespoon. Don't do 2. Donna's over here laughing at me. Don't do 2, okay? Work your way up to 2. I wouldn't have more than 2 tablespoons in a day. So I know I'm going to drink 2 of these, so I'm just going to put 1 in here, okay? So let me see. Hey guys, coming in. Good to see you. All right, I don't want to spill this like all over my table. So I'm just taking a tablespoon and I'm just going to dump it in, okay? Woo, it's powerful smelling stuff there. All right, then I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of the ginger powder. Again, you can liquefy ginger if you want to do that. I've seen people make ginger ice cubes. Cool. I don't have the room in my freezer. So I'm just going to use the ginger powder, and I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. And I usually do like, you know, uh-oh, I'm getting stuck there. Ooh, okay. So there's the teaspoon, right? And I'm just going to dump it in. And now for me, I like to add a little kick to it. Okay, you do not have to do this. I know some people don't like the fact that this has propylene glycol in it, but I'm using a very small amount. I put in little extracts, just a dash of extract, okay? Yeah, I thought that was interesting to make the ginger cubes too. And if I had room, I probably would, but I don't. So I'm going to use a ginger powder. Use what you got on hand. This is raspberry extract. You can get these at Walmart. They have blueberry, they have banana, they have cherry, I mean, all different ones, whatever you like. This is raspberry, and I'm just going to literally put, hey, Amanda, I'm going to put a capful, well, not even a capful, like half a capful in here. Okay, smells so good. Now, I forgot my stevia, but again, I was going to tell you that I put in 1/32 of a teaspoon. It's a tiny little measurer, okay? I put 2 of those in. So when you're using stevia, use very, very little. And I would plunk that in, okay? Then I'm going to take ice and fill it up all the way with ice. Because you want this to be cold, and this is literally going to taste like a juice with a little kick, because the apple cider vinegar is going to give you a little bit of sour. It's a little sweet, little sour. I really like it. By adding the berry tea to it, it makes it much better for me. And then, so this is with the ice. You can add as much ice as you want. And then you're going to fill it all the way up with water. And I don't know if I brought enough water in here. I don't think I did. But you would fill it to the tippy top with water and then mix it up really well. Okay, I've got to add stevia to mine, but you would mix it up really, really well, stir it around. And I actually, like I said, I keep it in this now because it lasts me longer since it's summertime and it's warmer. And I just take my straw and kind of stir it up from time to time. And this is what I drink with my meals. I don't like water with my meals. So I like to have this with my meals. It's called a sipper, which means you can sip on it all day, and it keeps your metabolism and things kind of revved up. And you don't have, you know, you're not reaching for a Coke, and you're not reaching for sweet tea or something else like that. You're not feeling deprived, because the whole thing with this plan is you don't want to ever feel like you're deprived, or you won't stick to it. This is something even, you know, you can do with your husband, you can do with your kids. They have suggestions for adding like extra fats and things in for your kids, but taking some of the sugar out of their diet, taking some of the flour and things out of their diet is going to be beneficial for them too, because kids get way too much of that stuff. That's a whole nother episode of Melody Reynolds over here that I'll do about that someday. But so you would fill this up, and then you've got, you know, you can drink on this as long as you want without feeling guilty, without feeling like, oh, I shouldn't be drinking that. This will help you with those cravings, okay? And I'm making sure I put everything in here. Yes. So if you have any questions, yeah, need to do the raspberry. It's really good, Donna. The extracts just give it a little bit of punch, just a tiny bit. I don't put them in there every time, but they make it a little, I don't know, it gives you a little pop. So for me, I like that. I like them pretty strong. And if you don't like this, you can make it, like I said, a little less, and, you know, add things in, play around with the recipe. This is my version of Good Girl Moonshine. This is what works for me. So if you have any questions, you know, make sure to type them down in the comments box, or you can tweet me over here on Periscope. I'm going to be sharing more about Trim Healthy Mama as I go. I've made several of the recipes. I've been very, very pleased with them. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're connected with me, because I'm going to be talking more about it. We'll see. We'll see if I drop those 20 pounds. My friend Jess has dropped them in like 3-4 weeks. She's dropped over 20 pounds. My husband in a week has dropped 7 pounds. So we're going to see if Melody drops any pounds. But even if I don't, I feel better. I haven't had this much energy in 6 months or more. And for me, that's important. I have things, I mean, I'm a homeschool mom. I run a business from home. I don't have time to feel like crap. Like, I don't. So this has helped my energy level amazingly. And I'm not starving. I'm not going without food. I'm having breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and dessert. Okay? And I have something yummy to drink on all day. So let me know if you tried. I would love to hear about that. And if you're interested in learning health tips like this, if you want to know more, because we're going to be sharing health tips along with essential oil information, because a lot of what I do, you can even flavor this with essential oils if you want. You can use citrus oils to flavor, or even add a little bit of peppermint in there. So there's a new group that my team and I have created. If you would like to be added to that group, it is for people who are not Young Living members yet, but you want to know more about how to use them to keep yourself healthy. And, you know, we'll be sharing things like Good Girl Moonshine, just little tips about how we're feeling better, you know, making ourselves feel better. And it's a great group of ladies that's running the group. We're all at different ages and different stages, so we're going to be sharing tips, practical things to do in your life to make you feel better with a focus on essential oils. It's called Wise Wellness. So if you're interested in that, put a 1 in the chat box down here. I have to personally invite you. Yes, Sleek is good. I forgot about that. Sleek is really good in water. If you are interested in getting into that group, you can just put a 1 in the chat box or tweet me that you want to be added to the group, and I will add you. It's a private group, so if you don't want your friends to know that, you know, you're like checking into this stuff because you want to check it out for yourself, that's cool. They won't see it. But just let me know, and I will see you soon. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.